Please. You offer lies all the way, but you seek truth and abandon grace. Do you mean all the things that you say? When the nouns and the verbs come out to play, a pretty smile but the heart's filled with hate. Another disguise like the tears on your face. 11. This is Talk Entertainment, and guess what? I'm so excited to be to do this show. Not just because it's the first show of the year, it's the very first Talk Entertainment I'll be doing in 2016. So yay! Nelly's giving me the bad eye, and you know, she's giving me the eye because it shouldn't be the first one, but for circumstances beyond my control, I have to do this. And not just do I have the pleasure of having Nelly on the show.
Am I on the show?
Yes, you're on the show. Don't just think of going anywhere. There's a lady on the show with me this morning, and you know, I've got this big, I know it's not fashionable to say that you have a crush on a fellow woman, but I do have a serious crush on Eva, and she knows. That's the funny thing. She knows. Eva is in the studio with me. She's my first guest of the year. Hello.
You are my first interview of the year.
Hallelujah.
Good morning, Nigeria.
How have you been, though?
I've been very well. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You know, there's so much I want to ask you because the last time I interviewed you, we were not even in this studio.
No.
Yeah, we were in the other one, in the other studio, and so it's been quite a while. A lot of water has passed on the bridge, you know, there's so much you've done, and wow. For some time now, you know, you've been releasing videos, and you've been teasing us, for those of you who follow you on social media, you've been teasing us about, you know, the album coming, you know, and I kind of expected it to drop in 2015.
Me too. I expected it to drop in 2014 because it's been ready since 2014.
So what are you waiting for?
The Spirit of the Lord.
Okay. So when is this spirit going to say something?
It's here now. It's present right
So do you have a date?
No, but I can tell you officially that it is this year.
Now,
you know what? My fans are gonna kill me. At this point, like they have it right.
At this point, I think everyone has a right.
At this point, they have
to
it right.
lynch you in public if you don't drop an album in
you know
the
the
first
cute
quarter
thing
of
when they see
2016.
me in public and they want to lynch me like that, they just change their minds. They're like, "Oh, Eva."
You know, people see you as quite controversial.
Am I?
Maybe not.
I don't think of myself like that.
Really?
I like trouble though, but I'm a very troublesome person when I want to be, and I'm very stubborn when I want to be. But no, I'm not controversial at all.
From the rumor has it in the industry that you can be quite difficult to work with.
I am very difficult
in terms of management and labels. You walked out on a contract.
I did.
What happened?
I walked out on several contracts.
What's up with that?
Because like if the contract is selfish and it only favors the person present on the contract, then it doesn't make sense. And if the contract doesn't satisfy me in terms of my values, my principles, if it doesn't gel, you know, because I'm about my values first. I'm about my principles first.
And what are your values?
Integrity, first of all.
Okay.
You know, truth. Service.
Okay.
Service is very important. And especially endorsement contracts, when they serve me endorsement contracts and they are more advertorial than service to the people, I'm like, why do you have a big company and want me to face off your company and you cannot take this opportunity and let us serve the people together, you know?
By serve the people, what do you mean? Because endorsement contracts are majorly advertorial in Nigeria. I mean, you're facing billboards, you're doing commercials.
Sorry, but I'm not going to do endorsements. I'm not a model. If you want a model, find a model. Well, I am a model, but the crux of everything is I'm an individual that is representing for a lot of other individuals. Even if they're 50 or even if they're 100, I like for my voice to keep on speaking even after I have transcended this physical plane of life. You know what I mean? So whatever it is that I commit myself to in terms of partnership with somebody, I believe that it should not be for the benefit of fleeting material things like money, like fame, like, you know, it has to be something more significant and something that can serve. I like to serve. And so like if there is an opportunity to work with a big company and they have the moolah, let's get it. No, because
Sure.
Let's get it
My
to
mic is my mic on?
Yes, your microphone. There you
I'm
are.
not wearing any
Really?
headphones. I was just going to sit here and listen. But you know, when Fola asked you if you're difficult to work with, you said yes, you're
I am.
difficult to work with. But everything you said now, it's not that you're difficult to work with. It's you've accepted the fact that people say you're difficult to work with. So let's just go
Let's
with
just
it.
go with
Are you
it.
a psychologist?
No, because I was listening.
That's so true. You're actually very
You've
right.
accepted the fact. So let's
I've
just go
accepted.
with
I'm
it.
not going to argue with
But don't you
anybody.
worry for 5 minutes that you'll be missing out on money, on a right to brag, because you're a rapper and it comes with a right to brag, and right to brag comes with money.
Exactly.
Don't
Well,
you
I'm
worry.
not saying that I would not accept endorsements. I mean, I worked with Guinness for a whole year. You know, I'm not saying that I would not accept endorsements. I'm just saying, do not serve me an endorsement or an opportunity to work with you and just serve me money.
So what extra did you do when you were with your
with-
former endorsement? What did you do? What extra did you do that made that one worth it?
For that year, it was going to be worth it. And when it came back the second year, I said, okay, here are all the opportunities that we could work around. And I had all of these incredible ideas, and my ideas were not being pushed forward. You know, so I
What would be your
That's
model
what I disagree.
endorsement? What would be your model endorsement idea? Can you share some of those ideas?
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Just one.
I love girls.
Okay.
I'm so in love with girls. And
That didn't come out right.
yes, it did. Fola, you're not serious right now.
Don't mind me.
I love girls. I love Nigerian women. And I feel like there's so many opportunities and there's so many things that can happen. You know, if a company comes over and they say, oh, we have this campaign and blah, 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 and it's all about selling the product. Well, of course, that is their main focus first. But when you come and you combine with me, I have my own focus. So your focus and my focus, they have to come together. My values and your values have to come together. So if you say, oh, we're promoting this particular thing, it becomes, okay, how can we give value to people through this thing? Not just say, oh, if you buy this, you win this.
Okay, so basically what you're looking for is, even after the endorsement has come and gone, you will be remembered
You'll be
in the lives of
remembered
people
for
that you touched
something.
through
Through that
endorsement.
endorsement.
Which brings me
So there is
to
no one that has approached you though, giving you what you want.
A lot of people are only thinking about themselves. You think they really think about the customers? They just want to collect the money from the customers. They just want to collect money from the people that are listening to
And
all
they
those
think when they
adverts
put
and
your
buy,
face
buy.
on the product,
Yeah.
you get more customers.
Yes, and it's not about that. I'm not about to come and just be a model to sell products. It's like, okay, after selling the product, what other value can we give?
Can you give
You
to the
understand?
people? Now,
It's like-
talking about you liking girls, it reminds me of no,
Voila.
you did.
I don't
do
want
something.
to have this interview.
No.
Nelly, please keep talking to me.
I'm very serious. I'm very serious. I'm very serious right now. You had something to do with some females a while back through your makeup school. You were training some
yes.
young women.
Yeah.
Did you stop or what happened? Because after a while, we just started seeing you doing your own makeup and doing your own work of art on your face all over your Instagram. So what's up with that?
No, I didn't stop. I just stepped back for a while because I wanted to see how much more I could give
Okay.
in terms of service through makeup, because like there's so many girls that want to learn, and the gift from that is 2 years down the line I see my students and they're so much better than me, and they're making money and they're doing weddings and they're doing jobs. I'm like, oh my god. And you know, like when the student becomes better than the teacher, that's how you know that you've done something. You run away from that and then you do something else. So I am very excited about training even more people in makeup artistry.
Are you going to do your own wedding makeup though?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, I remember
Unfortunately, yes.
I ran into you at a shoot some time ago, and you were there busy doing your own makeup and everything.
I don't know why I do that, but I really enjoy my face, and I really enjoy painting my face, and it's a makeup artistry.
Maybe because it gives you an opportunity to experiment with all kinds of ideas.
It's just a selfish thing,
really?
and it's just I'm a makeup artist, and I'm not sure you get my eyebrows right.
So you
I'm
do
gonna do
your
it
eyebrows
myself.
yourself.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody touch my face except Layla. I trained Layla, I think, in 2010. She's
Okay.
better than me right now.
Really?
Layla, she's better than me right now. She helped me with my makeup for Olamide's show, Olive.
Oh, we need to talk about that. Oh, we definitely need
She's
to
so
talk about
incredible. Hi, Layla. She's so incredible. Like, every time I see her work, I'm like, wow. please don't tell them I trained you because I didn't train you this one. This one you taught yourself. Like, she's beautiful, so good.
Talking about, the music industry in general, well, for some time now, there's been all sorts of arguments up and down here and there. Don't worry, I'm not going to drag you into any of the controversies. But I think I have to be very blunt with you. Do you make any money, personally?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Are you making as much as you think you should be making, or as much as you want to make?
No.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Let me tell you something about the industry.
Yeah.
You have as an artist, you have to get to a place where you say, you know what, enough with all this patronizing, enough with all this ba 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 oshe, enough,
Okay.
and pay me my money.
Because there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it, and there's a lot of patronizing, and there's a lot of, oh, we're family. We're not family. Your daddy is not my daddy. Your mommy is not my mommy.
It's
You
a
know?
business.
It's a business, and people come at it like, oh, we're doing you a favor. You know the one word we should take out of the dictionary? It's a platform. It's not a platform.
High five from afar.
High five, baby. It's not a platform.
true.
Don't come at me and tell me, oh, it's a platform.
Because I'm an
So sacrifice
artist,
everything
so I
else.
sacrifice everything because
Because
you're
it's a
giving me a platform.
It's not a platform.
I read an article that you
think
wrote,
yeah.
and there was a situation that you had described. You were supposed to go for a shooting at a TV show, and this babe, they told her to come in around 12 or so, and she got there some minutes maybe before 12, and they didn't start shooting till like past 5. And she was there waiting, and then they were not even paying. They said they were going to give you honorarium, which is another way for anything we give you collect, And then while she was waiting, some other dude, I'm not going to mention his name for I don't want to cause problems on the show. Some other well-known dude came in. Apparently, he was supposed to be on that same shoot, and then he came in like past 5 to 6, and then they said, you know what? If I don't be angry, let him record first.
Because in the hierarchy
in the
of
hierarchy,
your level.
How does that
is
make
before
you feel?
If it wasn't him, I would have walked out on the show. Because I'm usually not disciplined a lot of the time. But when I'm working with people, it's like you say your interview is for 11, but I've been here since 10. It's just nice when people say, "Oh, you're here early."
Yes.
That's all.
It's a good feeling.
It's nice to say, and it's nice to actually feel it. When
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And so I actually got to that show really early, and I do my makeup myself. So I went to the show ready, dressed, made up, and it's not like, oh, I'm coming and we'll do makeup for 1 hour. No, I came ready. And I don't think it was their fault as much. They had some technical issues. Their people were setting up, and
They
it
always
They
should have set it up since 6
But you know what they
Exactly.
say? They say, "Oh, we tell you it is so time because we know artists come late." I'm like, don't generalize.
And then you
artists like
give
that.
me
I'm not
5.
artist,
You tell me
I'm
5
Eva.
hours before the time.
Yeah, I'm Eva. I'm not artist.
Talking about making money, though, I have a question on that. Now, your music.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard your singles. Then I was still, there.
There.
Yeah.
There.
Then the first time I heard your singles, and I was working with colleagues who really loved you, and so
Why you say loved? Please remove the
no,
D.
they still love you, but then you were quite unknown at
Yes.
least to most people,
Okay.
and they knew you almost privately. There was a small circle of people who knew you then, and so they were part of the circle. They knew you very well, and they loved your songs, and they thought the rest of us need to hear it.
Aww.
And I'm sure that's how it started spreading around the circles.
Yeah.
People hear your songs and they like you. They like the songs because for a kind of authenticity that wasn't seen then.
Yeah.
So fast forward to last year or 2 years ago, I can't remember when exactly. I saw your video. When did the video of the song come out?
What coming?
Yeah,
2014.
Yeah, then
sorry,
that was when I saw it.
2015. Sorry.
I saw it then
May.
last year or so, and I noticed something about the song and the video. Not much has changed. You're still not doing songs because people want you to do a certain kind of sound, or because it's a kind of garage music people love, or what Nigerians love. You're still doing songs that are actually original to you.
Yeah.
You feature those people original to you. You sound as it is original to you, and your videos are very like something you can pull off, which means a little bit of your idea is in it, if not all of it.
If not all of it.
If not all
exactly.
of it. So it goes back to making money. In order for artists to make money in this country, they change. They change their sound, they change their output, they change their style completely. Then they struggle with sustaining that style for as long as they can and milk it, make as much money as they can while they can pretend it. But you're not doing it. How do you plan to
How do
make
you
money?
plan to keep making money when you keep sticking
Yes.
to the script?
I'm going
like
to-
this?
Yeah, to originality.
Which is
Exactly.
Because in this
what
country,
we're doing.
mediocre is a thing.
It's the thing.
Like you said, thank you so much. It's like so many compliments. I don't know which one I'm thanking you for. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's a really good observation. I really appreciate it. It helps me know that people see. At least they see. Um, well, it comes back to the artist and the fans. And you see this platform, it's like, okay, I have my own platform.
Yes.
So I'd rather like do my own shows with my own fans, which is something that we started last year. And my fans have been supporting the movement. So we have a community called the Alordiah clan. Alordians are the fans, but the Alordiah clan are the people that actually do support, like they pay money. So there's a lot of fans that say, "Oh, I'm your number one fan. I'm your biggest fan." But when we say buy tickets, they don't want to.
They
buy
don't want to
tickets.
buy.
When we say buy
Buy
single,
the
they don't
music.
wanna
They
buy
would
the
rather
single.
download for free.
But you're not my fan if you do that, because
Exactly.
like how you show that you appreciate is buying, it's giving, and
In a minute, we're going to go for the headline news, but just before we go, this is all tied up to what Nelly was asking you about, how you stay original and everything. But I'll bring it to I'll bring it. I'm sorry to use the word feminist, but well, I have to. One thing I have noticed in the Nigerian music industry, we have quite a number of females now.
Yeah.
Gone are those days where we say, oh, we don't have a lot of females, but now we do. But it's unfortunate that very few females actually headline shows. A typical eco hotel kind of production, you get a lineup of 15, 20 artists and you have 1, 2 females.
Yeah.
Is it that you guys don't have booking agents, your product is not marketable enough, you're not selling yourself enough? What exactly is going on? Or you're difficult? Maybe when they come to you, you're forming diva and then they don't bring it.
But that goes
on
with
shows.
the art. It's the thing. You can't have a female headliner who isn't a diva. It's ridiculous to not to have a humble headliner.
Exactly. So, what is
You
it?
don't want to see the BS that goes on behind the scenes. Of
You tell us about that BS when we
I
come back.
wouldn't tell you anything. Actually,
I hope nobody knows. Hey, Uncle Kanayo, Uncle Kanayo. Eva. How many times do I call you? Let me do it like your mother now. How many times I call you?
What have I done?
What have you done? What do you think you've done?
I don't know.
Okay, so that song you just heard, that's brand new.
I like how you tease them with it. Thank you.
Taste them with it. You guys go and buy it, okay? You go and buy it. If you want the new song by Eva Alordiah, it's on evalordiah.com and be a member of our team.
I think we have only 10 left, so it's
family.
like only 10 people can say I'm a true fan.
Okay, so you better hurry up. It's evalordiah.com, and that's a brand new song. It's coming off the 1960 album,
Yes.
which hopefully should drop first quarter of this. I'm
Actually,
giving you
February.
date as if. Oh, February.
Oh God, I just said it.
Yes, you did.
Actually, February.
It's out there, but you can't take it
I
back.
can't take it back.
Nice.
It's been ready since 2014.
Tell me about Kanayo though. I mean, is this song inspired by anyone named Kanayo? What's the deal with Kanayo anyway?
It actually started with a producer,
Okay.
Tintin, and I've worked with Tintin since 2010.
Oh yeah.
And he had this idea from the jump, the idea for the hook, and the idea for the instrumental, of course, as a producer. And
Okay,
sorry, what?
No, go on.
So when I got into the studio, he told me about it and he played it. It was so fat. I really, really loved it. And I liked the fact that it made me or helped me get into my local groove. Because I can be quite local when I want to be. And rapping in Yoruba or singing or talking, speaking Yoruba has never been a difficult thing for me.
Okay.
I think what happened was nobody else was supposed to be on the song but myself.
Okay.
And after I had done my verses, we realized we needed 2 people. Yeah, we're as crazy as I was to carry the song.
So what made you
Phyno.
decide Phyno and Reminisce?
I knew Reminisce from the jump.
Okay.
I knew Reminisce was going to be on it. And it was between Phyno and somebody else.
Okay.
And we went with Phyno. And I will never forget Phyno's session. We were in the studio, and we were in Phyno's studio in his house. And I watched him create
So
his
you recorded
verses.
at Phino's house?
Yeah, he has a
Or,
beautiful studio.
or you
in
guys
his
did
house.
different parts at different places?
At different places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta go where the water is.
Where the music is.
The horse has to go where the water. But Phyno was so generous with his time and with his creativity. And I said, I want you to do a verse. And oh, can you just do like a hook? And oh, can you just do like some ad libs? And oh, can you just make it really fast? And he just kept on going and going and going. And I was in the studio for over 2 hours, and we were still working on it. Just beautiful, very talented person. Reminisce, I sent him the song today, I got it back tomorrow. I was like, oh my
gosh! I mean, that's amazing, considering the fact that these are like major A-list acts.
Yeah.
And one would expect that, you know, you have to go back and forth, you know, discussing, negotiating.
The Spirit of the Lord goes before me.
Preach.
Everything, favor.
I mean, what's the story of Kanayo? Because I don't speak Hebrew. I understand Yoruba, and I get the. I get some of the things Remy was talking. He was basically just responding to you.
Yeah.
You know, you're claiming you're not Rihanna, and you know this and that. You know, and he was just, man, Remy is scary sometimes. You know, talking about you being street though, what's up with you and some
I have
really
a lot
really
of questions for me
yes,
today.
some really dangerous words. I mean, you're typical. I remember the song. What's that one now? I remember. Get High.
Yeah.
I remember Deaf. Deaf was so explicit. I was afraid of even listening to the end.
I did
What's
say
up with
parental
you?
advisory.
What's that about, really? Is that a brand with you?
No, it's just how I've been for a very long time. And
Those
that's
words just
really
come
how
naturally to you.
Because that's really how I communicate.
Are you serious?
Yes, well, when I'm with my people. When I'm with people, then
It's liberating for that.
Oh yeah, that's another one right there.
What's that?
It is. I remember the Binga and I said it once that thank God for the invention of such words, because there's some things you need to say. There's just no word in the dictionary.
Yes,
for
you
it.
know.
So you
Once
just have
you
to
say it, once you
Totally
allow it
understand.
rip,
Yes.
it's liberating. You
I'm
just
sorry.
sigh and feel free. So when you want to communicate, like in a song, like I'm not an artist, I'm saying, but I know that if you want to communicate to people who you're talking to, you need to use the words for them. It's just that when it comes to radio, just for the sake of us,
for the sake of
give us a clean copy.
We do
give
have all
us
the clean
something
copies.
that we can play.
You can play, baby.
We can play.
Yes.
And yes. Another thing that I find very interesting in your music is there's a slight Caribbean tongue when you do some of your lines. It started from I Don't Did It, and you know I remember I was in a particular studio, and you know a particular artist of mine were debating, you know, a female artist for him to work with, and you know we're just going through stuff, and then I'm like, oh, let's check out Eva, and then we said to check out your videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then I played him Welcoming,
Yeah.
and you know one thing he said was like, man, there's a Jamaican thing she brings, and it's just so, you know, it's just so conk, and it comes across as very. I have no words for it.
I think it's like a really
it comes naturally
subtle
to you.
undertone. It's not even like speaking patois. or
It's
anything.
just an undertone that is
There was a time in my life where I was listening to a lot of reggae.
okay.
I was so influenced by reggae. Too much reggae. A lot of Damian Marley and Bob Marley.
Oh, damn.
Too much, a lot. And throughout secondary school, that was the vibe. Because we were listening to Tony Matahari, we were listening to Kevin Little, and Sean Paul. Oh my God, I love Sean Paul. Yeah, so if I had my way and I was not rapping, in fact, when I do hooks, you hear it a lot when I do hooks, when I sing hooks and stuff. And on 1960, the album, there's a lot of reggae fusions with hip hop and
Okay.
So you guys are really going to enjoy.
Kanayo has a bit of Afrobeat on it.
Tintin is an Afrobeat guy. Tintin, oh my God, he knows how to work African drums and African sounds, and it's no surprise that he's, you know.
Was it the one who produced Welcoming?
How do you know? You see? You see?
When you mentioned,
You
you know,
see?
that he has a thing for African drums and sound, I just thought
He's the best. The minute I begin to get into the jungle part of me, because it's like a deep, raw jungle, African jungle part of me. The minute I begin to get there, it's only two people that can do that for me: Tintin and Good Jones.
Really?
And they are the only two producers on my album.
Really? You're not going to work with Sosek?
Another project.
I think I remembered you when I done did it, and the combination with you and Sosik, it was like you
The
guys
thing
had
with Sosik
a
and I-
chemistry.
Yes, we do. We deserve 2 projects together.
Yes.
Back to back.
There's something about you and that dude. You guys just work.
It's
well.
not me, it's him.
Really?
I swear, it's not me.
Sosik is some interesting individual. I had an interview with him sometime last year,
Yeah.
and he's just very unassuming fellow. He just sat down and was just cool and laid back.
Yeah.
But the kind of sick things that come from this guy's brain.
He's too sick. His name is
His name is Sosik. I mean, what do you expect?
He's incredible and such an incredible mentor for me as well.
Okay.
Not just in music, but in life. His values are very, like you say, he's actually very unassuming. You look at him and you don't know that he knows, but he knows. It's just there like, whatever.
That's so cool.
I love him. I really love him.
Wow. So, what other songs, what other projects, what other collaborations rather do we expect from 1960?
The one with Femi Kuti is my favorite.
Yeah.
I've not even heard.
It's not out, it's on the album.
Yeah, but I know
And
it really,
it should be good.
Femi Kuti was so good. So good.
There's some females that work with Femi Kuti, and I am.
You don't want to hear
but
that song.
most young artists should really try to work with him. He's one of those sounds that'll never age.
He's tired of us.
He probably is.
He's tired of us.
But not,
but
not
a real, like a good
but
project,
not
not
everybody.
a useless project.
Not
a
everybody
really good
should
project.
work with him, because I've heard some
Yeah.
other material from young people
And you didn't like them.
and I'm like, they're not bad, but they don't resonate really. But there's some people, I think you need to have a particular kind of style and
I think I agree with
artistry
you. Yeah.
to
Artistry.
match
Yeah.
artistry to match up with Femi Kuti. I'll play you a Femi Kuti collabo with some lady after the show. You hear it and you just fall in love, really. Anyway, so back to Eva. So you have a Femi Kuti collaboration coming up.
Yes.
Of course.
And it's my favorite on the album. It's my favorite collaboration on the
on the
album.
album. Other ones.
Dare would have beaten that collaboration, but we did the Femi one after, and I was like, oh, let's just put the Dare one here, and then Femi Kuti is first. So,
Okay.
The
So you have
Dare
a
one
Dare.
is beautiful because it's a love song. It was a love duet. And Dare's vocals, I've never heard Dare like that before, ever. Like ever. It was just beautiful. And I'm not saying that because it's my song. I'm saying it because like he Dare took his time out to make it so beautiful, and you can hear it in the vocals, you can hear it even in like the soft, subtle ad-libs that he did. Just beautiful. And it was Tintin that produced that one. Tintin produced the one with Femi Kuti as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
on the album, you can say, okay, this is Tintin and this is
And
Grey.
this is Grey.
And together, all of us, we are Eva and Tintin and Grey, and this is 1960, the album.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Nice,
I'm very good with my
nice.
project like that.
Why
Well, my
1960?
favorite song, why 1960? I think it's a play on the fact that as a human being passing through this physical death plane that we're in right now, on a very grand scale, you are independent, or you are supposed to be. Until you realize that you're supposed to be independent, you will be tossed left and right like a wavering, thing, and it will feel like life is just tossing you left and right. And then you come to a realization of yourself, and you realize, I gotta start thinking for myself, and I have to start making decisions for myself and choices for myself. And I think we kind of lose we kind of lose touch with our independence from very early when we're much younger, and we're listening to parents, we're listening to teachers, we're listening to family, people that are older than you.
So people
They don't
basically
really
just
guide,
telling you what
they
to
don't
do.
really guide you through. You have a mind of your own. What do you want to do? What do you want to be? They guide you through. You have to do this. You have to do that. You cannot do that. That is bad. Why is that bad? This is good. Why is this good? You get to a point in your life where you begin to decide what is good and what is bad for you, what you want to believe, what your life purpose is, what your values are, and it all surrounds and comes back to just being independent.
So 1960.
1960 being, you feel that's when Nigeria, the country, got to that.
Well, it's just synonymous with that. It doesn't really have anything to do with Nigeria in that sense. Yeah. It's just
But for you,
synonymous with
when
that.
you say independence, 1960
Yeah,
just comes to
It
mind.
comes to mind.
Plus,
You know.
my
Oh.
mom was born in 1960,
Ah.
and she's the most independent person I know.
Interesting. You know, Taylor Swift has an album called 1960. Remember?
1969.
1969. Yeah.
1969.
So it's 69 or 89. I think it's
I'm not a
1989.
Taylor Swift fan. Don't put me like this.
Ah,
on
sorry.
my
I think it's 1989.
89.
Yeah, I can't remember some. You know, there's something 1960 just keeps just keeps playing in my
Your
head.
country's
I
independent.
don't
That's
know.
It's
Wow.
a good play, actually. You can't forget it.
No, you can't.
Yes,
you
you
can't
can't
forget
forget
it.
But my favorite song on the album is produced by Greg,
Oh,
and it features Yemi Alade.
Oh, she's on it
nice.
too.
She's on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
Yeah,
She the only female.
I think I can already get a feel of that album just by people.
Nelly.
No, yeah, because and it's not bad. It's not a bad
No,
thing
no,
at all,
no.
but you can almost,
You can.
knowing your sound and the sound
And
of
the sound
people,
of
and knowing
the
how
other
unique
people.
all of their sounds are. So it's not going to clash. You're not going to sound alike. So you can almost picture what that album.
And then
sounds
it comes
like.
across as an
Yeah.
album that would not be monotonous. Because
Exactly.
a lot of times
Hopefully
when people do albums around here, you find out that
Track one sounds like track.
yeah, it's just
the
like
last
this
one.
long play, and you're like,
Nelly, you
please.
sound very
I'm not a big
frustrated.
Nigerian music fan. It's
You
frus-
sound
it is very frustrating.
frustrating.
Because
Anyway,
What is
the
the
only
most
thing you want from
frustrating thing
music
about it?
is variety.
Variety.
See, this is the best thing you want from a song. That it's playing and it totally takes over you without explaining how. It
Yeah.
is after listening to it, maybe the third time, that you start to realize what it is about the song.
sound remains the
Yeah.
same. That's
So let's set
essential.
something off the air. You don't know what he's saying. You enjoy the music.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what Eva is saying. I know if I see an album and a video of her,
Yeah.
I'll be interested in watching it.
Oh,
to
yes.
see what is
Yes.
being created.
I mean, I wish we had more time. I would have talked
Creativity
about
is
Eva's videos. And then I can't get off this show. We have 2 minutes. I cannot get off this show without talking about your performance at Olik. I almost died. I had to tweet that Eva is queen. You should have seen. I almost died.
I really
Like
love to perform.
the entire production. You put a lot of effort in what you do.
It's the people.
Eva is, you don't come. I had emceed an event where you came to perform and you performed Get High, and it was very simple, but you still bring that thing. There's something you
Thank
bring to
you.
the stage that just gets us interested. I cannot wait for you to stage a concert,
Thank
an
you.
album concert, and I better
That
invite me.
performance was my choreographer and my dancers.
Oh my
It wasn't
goodness!
me.
And then they carried
was
you off,
Slim.
and then they carried you off the stage. It was so amazing.
Slim, my choreographer, Slim, he wanted the best, and I was so grateful.
Oh
for that.
no! He did a great job.
He did a great job.
And you
Incredible.
can dance.
Thank you.
You know you can
Thank you. I'm
dance.
still working the floors. Though. Michael Jackson, help me.
We gotta go. We have to go. But before we go, shout out to Foza. Foza, thank you for tuning in. And
Hi,
thank you.
Falza. No, you don't have my number.
Thank you for the messages. And I'll be leaving now and handing over to Adenike and Nelly. And see you again some
Thank
other
you,
time.
Nelly. Thank you, Fola.
Thank you, Eva.
Bye, Nigeria. I love you.